Biafra, superstars, media.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're hearing my voice from. This is the Biafran Golden Child, and I'm happy to, discuss with us today, on a lighter mood. You might say, on a lighter mood. Yes, I want to dwell first on the elections in America, the United States of America. The election has been won, the election has been lost. It has been widely acclaimed, a very, very, serious, a very tight, a very powerful, and a very highly illuminating election. Yes, uh, the victor has emerged. Yes, the 45th president of the United States of America would once again, become the 47th president of the United States of America. Wow, how history is made. How history is made, really. It's not a small feat. No matter how you look at it, it's not a minor achievement, it's not a small feat. It's a historical achievement for Donald Trump. Yes, the 45th president of the United States of America. I mean, this is a man who, despite all the odds seem against him. I mean, this is a man that has several convictions, waiting for justice to prevail, waiting for the long arm of the law, to grab his throat and grab his chest. But here he is today. He has been voted, you know, the winner of the election, presidential election in America, United States of America, and of course, the immunity that comes with that position and other appurtenances of that position will forever set him free, forever make him a free man. Donald Trump, yes, a convicted felony, but the 47th president of the United States of America. And indeed again, he has made history again as the oldest man to be elected, the president of the United States of America. I mean, it's the president of the number one police nation of the world, the president of the highest citadel of democratic practice in the world, the president of the superpower of the world. Donald Trump has made history, and I think history becomes on him too, because he's getting his candidacy, he's winning back his presidency at a time the world is experiencing a lot of turmoil. The world is experiencing a near third world war situation. I mean, with Russia at warring against Ukraine, Israel, and the Middle East crisis, uh, with Iran and others, all bombarding Israel from all corners. So Donald Trump is not going to be an easy one. He has come on at the right time. Somebody said, Harris tried. Harris did everything she could. She fought the good fight of faith. Yeah, she had done all she could. Unfortunately, the odds were against her. It's either America is not yet ready. America is not yet ready for a female presidency. It's probably because she joined the, election too soon. I mean, barely 100 days ago. If you recall, she only accepted to run because her principal, her president, for whom she was a vice president, Joe Biden, uh, was considered psychologically and physically, mentally unfit to continue running for the presidency of the United States of America. And so she came in as a replacement barely 100 days ago. Yes, she fought vigorously. Yes, she did all she could. I mean, what else could a woman do? She tried her best. Unfortunately, she was defeated in a very, very colossal defeat. But she tried. For a woman, she tried. I mean, how many men got up to 47% of votes everly before as contestants? Very few men. But here she is, 47%, and Donald Trump, 51%. And Donald Trump won. won decisively. Yes. Yeah, but I said, I mean, with the idea of mentioning this election victory for Donald Trump, it's not necessarily because we want to look at what America represents. No, I'm only mentioning it because a lawyer just a few days ago, a lawyer came up. In fact, a lawyer came up this morning, and he was, yeah, Barrister Deji came up this morning, Deji Adonyoju, and he said that if he wished it was Nigeria, that if this election had been held in Nigeria under the chairmanship of Professor Mahmoud, Prophet Mahmoud, the INEC chairman, that he would be sure, very sure, and very certain that suddenly the INEC chairman would have done all the abacadabra involved. He would have done everything. First and foremost, he would have made sure the servers suddenly stop working. The IREV, these things will change instantly and become, serviceable and unusable. And of course, ensure that numbers would have continued to, multiply arithmetically, multiply geometrically, multiply and keep multiplying. He said he was very sure if it was Professor Mahmoud that was in charge of this American election, what we would have seen would have been a scenario like, yes, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. And the next thing you'll be hearing, Harris, Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris. It will be Kamala Harris all the way. And finally, what was 51.1% for Donald Trump would have been probably 21%, 21.7% for Donald Trump, and maybe 87.5% for Harris. For Harris, and of course, he would have immediately, organized a press conference, and he would issue her certificate of return, certificate of having won the election, and he would say, "Madam, I hereby declare you the winner of." Yeah, of course, you would have immediately declared her the president elect of the United States of America. And when he says that, when the whole world hears it, the next thing he would have told any other person, probably Donald Trump and his Republican Party, probably the world, usually people who go and watch and ensure that elections are, successfully and held without, with fair and without fear of favor. He would have told world watchers, and told all the cameramen, told all the news medias and mass medias, and told them, if you don't like what the result has gotten today, if you don't like the fact that Kamala Harris has won, you have a choice. You have a choice. Please, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, you have a choice. You can go to God. That is a Nigerian example. That is what happens. So, Kamala Harris, we're really sorry. You lost this election because you're not a Nigerian. You lost this election because it was in the almighty INEC, almighty INEC, and Professor Mahmoud. Mahmoud that, umpired this election. It could have been a different thing for you. Or maybe when you reincarnate next time, maybe by the time you want to do your next election, maybe Professor Mahmoud should be invited and given the job to midwife the election. Yes, under such arrangement, you would win blatantly, win coast to coast, win in every electoral college. You'll be sure to win with a resounding victory. That is what Nigeria imports to the world. That is what the dungeon country gives to the world. Every time it does anything, it does it. Yeah, of course. Every time Nigeria does things, it does it with a unique Nigerian style. Of course, you cannot be guaranteed of any fair play. You cannot be guaranteed of any reality. All you see is government magic. All you see is abracadabra. All you see is umpires that were supposed to be, neutral, taking sides. being the ones who are bringing up their favorites. Nothing works. If the electoral materials does not work, if suddenly there's no power outage, if suddenly there's nothing else to do, you just see ballot boxes being frisked away, stolen, grabbed, and taken away by thugs, by politicians, by I mean the candidates who come with their security men. It's just and orderlies. It's a shame, really. So America has taught the world that yes, election can be transparent. Yes, election can be conducted without fear or favor. Yes, candidates can really win and be seen to win clearly. So I agree with Barrister Deji Adeyoju. Yes, that Trump has won in America because it was America. If it was in Nigeria under our own INEC arrangements, under our own INEC chairmanship of Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, definitely, definitely the stories would have been different. Definitely the whole world would be crying by now. Definitely Republican supporters of Donald Trump would have taken to the streets and crying, daylight robbery, daylight robbery. They have taken our votes. They have changed our votes. Our votes are not seen to count. That is what we experience in Nigeria. And of course, the Harris people, the Harris Kamala group would have sold every other person. Yeah, you heard the INEC chairman loud and clear. You heard what he told you. If you're not satisfied, meet us in court. Meet us in court. Because everybody knows that the Nigerian judiciary has been purchased, bought, and purchased. And of course, anytime they churn out judgments, anytime they bring out, make any pronouncements, and no matter the level of the court, is it in the Supreme Court, Appellate Court, the High Court, anywhere, the highest bidder gets justice. The highest bidder, is sure to win. The highest bidder dictates the pace. He is the piper who dictates the tune. That is for this election. So Americans, Donald Trump lovers, congratulations. Republican Party, congratulations. Kamala Harris, Democratic Party. Well, yeah, of course, you're well done, but there's always a next time. Next time, put your acts together and start. Take off running. Not mid tempo, not midway, not taking diversions at midway. No, it won't take you anywhere. I wish you all the best. And Master Deji, you brought this comic art to it. You made me do this comic post. Yes, of course. If it was Nigeria, Kamala Harris would have won cleanly. And they will tell you it is the most fair, it is the most clean, it is the highly election that has been adjudged, free and fair. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's just enjoy a good laugh. For a long time, we've not laughed. I think we should just laugh today. But of course, in a more serious note, this is what we're hoping will never happen in the United States of Biafra. That's why we're praying. We're looking forward to 2nd December 2024 when our indefatigable Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, His Excellency, would inaugurate fully the United States of Biafra, where there will be zero tolerance for people like Professor Mahmoud Yakubu and their INEC, people who conduct elections that are blatantly, flagrantly a source for worry for every person because everybody will know it was rigged and manipulated. Everybody will know there will be no justice. There will be no elections. Figures will be manipulated. Figures will be conjured from every corner. Government magic, INEC magic would give people who don't deserve to win the winnings. This is what we look forward to 2nd December, 2024 in our own United States of Biafra, where there is zero tolerance for this kind of rubbish. Zero tolerance for elections that will be no elections, elections that will be mere selections, elections that will be vote buying, elections that will be the epitome of a dungeon, clueless and reckless governments. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, it's just we just want to take a good laugh. I've not laughed in a long time. I hope this gets you laughing too. But while we laugh, let's remember our date with history. Come 2nd December 2024. Thanks, gentlemen and ladies. Let's look forward, to better things ahead. Thank you.
month of November. Woto woto to the enemies of Biafra. Woto woto to the enemies of Biafra. When we land on you, we will destroy everything you have except you are genuinely fighting for Biafra. Woto woto to the enemies of Biafra. Woto woto to those who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu either directly or indirectly. Woto woto to those who have joined their hand afterthought to betray Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. Woto woto to those who have soiled their hands in the blood of innocent Biafrans and innocent ESN commanders. You will never know peace. Woto woto to you who say Biafra will not come. Woto woto to those who say if Biafra, instead of Biafra to come, they will rather die. Woto woto to all of you. The gods of our land have destroyed you. You will never rise again. You will never, ever, ever rise again. You will never rise again. Any native doctor that tries to make you rise, his power and everything he have in this life will be destroyed, completely destroyed.
If you say Nnamdi Kanu, make you tell am say we dey go Biafra we go meet am for there If you say Nnamdi Kanu, make you tell am say we dey go Biafra we go meet am for there If you say Nnamdi Kanu, make you tell am say we dey go Biafra we go meet am for there Alo ejimako Alo ejimako Alo ejimako Alo ejimako When you say Nnamdi Kanu, make you tell am say we dey go for Biafra we go meet am for there When you say Nnamdi Kanu, make you tell am say we dey go for Biafra we go meet am for there Na Simon Ekpa be the man. Na Simon Ekpa dey do am Ọba tó bíé Ọba tó bíé